Hey Leo, it's Alicia with Twisted Tarot here to do your June 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, your personal readings, and your emails. Every piece of your support for my channel has been amazing. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You're just awesome. It is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It may not resonate with everybody, and again, it's like a puzzle piece. Don't make it fit. If it doesn't fit, it's not for you. And there's a couple reasons why, and of course it is because I am reading for the collective, and they control what comes out, not me. And whatever cards are picked, you know, I'm just the channeler, so they give me the messages, I give them to you. And interpret them as such. So I hope I can get as many messages out there as possible for the collective, for y'all. That is the idea. However, there's no way I'd be able to know or be able to, in one reading, give y'all every single Leo out there their situation. So if you're not receiving messages on my channel, there's a couple ways you can that you can rectify that. The first way is to like, share, subscribe, or comment. Whenever I pull the cards for the collective, I do think of all that information. I do pull from all that energy, okay? So, and I also pull from those of you that fit that zodiac sign in my personal life, and then I pull for the collective as a whole. But the main way is to get that like in, get that subscribe, get that comment, okay? When you do that, then I can pull you in, okay, for the messages. Other way is if it's not resonating, your sun sign isn't resonating, please check your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. There is a link to Cafe Astrology in the description box below that if you would like that and you don't know how to do that, that will take you to their website and you can do a free natal birth chart there. And that will give you all of your planets and where they fall into which, the planets and what zodiac sign what falls in that planet, okay? So that may resonate better, especially moon signs recently have been really resonating for a lot of my subscribers and myself. So keep that in mind. That could be the case that you might want to check out other videos. The third way is if you're not receiving messages here, I am always available for a personal reading. The link is in the description box below, and it will take you to my website on Facebook. Sorry, it'll take you to Facebook, which is my business is on Facebook. And if you don't have Facebook or don't want to use Facebook, you don't have to. You can email me at twistedtarot@gmail.com, and I can give you information about myself and my rates there as well. So, all right, Leo, we're going to get into it here soon. I've got one more announcement here. Well, actually, a few more things to go through. If the roles reverse, take it that way. It is meant for you that way. That does happen. So you don't have to comment below and let me know that that's the case. That's not my twin. That's me, whatever. That's okay. And sometimes pieces of you will be scattered within the readings, okay, and your twin. So it may kind of go a little bit here, a little bit there. Okay, we are talking about love. We are talking about twin flames. Twin flames have the same essential soul, okay? So when you split that soul, it doesn't mean that the same things that you're going through, the lessons, and that you wouldn't mirror each other. So you're going to have a lot of similarities, and so that could be very, very relevant for the reading. So if you're, they could fully flip here with the story, okay? Especially because I'm bringing in a lot of energy for the collective. But yeah, that can happen. So if that happens, that's normal, okay? The first video is meant to be your energy, Leo, and the second reading is your divine feminine or divine masculine's energy check-in. So, but if it flips, take it that way. If some things are different or scattered within that are you and them and whatever, that's fine. That can happen. So, and it is general. So again, please take what resonates, leave the rest. What else? Sorry, Leo, my video froze. So I am doing a promotion for the June reading. So the video with the most comments, with the most comments will receive, somebody randomly within the comment section will receive a free 30-minute reading from me. It can be a twin flame reading, or it can be a general reading where you just ask spirit. It could be about love. It could be about money, whatever you want it to be. It is a pre-recorded reading from me, so it is not live with me, but it is a $30 value. So get those comments out there, guys. And whoever has the most comments, I mean, you could be the only one commenting and you could win that reading. So, and then I can get that out for you. At the end of June, I will be having, I'll have an outside party pick through the comment section, one of y'all to win that reading. So yeah, comment. The most comments on a video will be receiving that. So please do that. Please, that would be great. And I love your feedback. So this is a beautiful way for me to get to know y'all. So, all right, I think that's pretty much it for the, I am an intuitive tarot card reader. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. What that means is if you see a traditional tarot card and I say something slightly different than how you know the tarot or how you learn the tarot, please know that I am channeling intuitive messages that the divine is telling me about that card. So it may have nothing to do with that traditional meaning of the card. So keep that in mind. And also there are many interpretations for each tarot card all the way through the Rider-Waite up until now, and depending on the deck that you're using, as well as a tarot card reader and how somebody learned the tarot. Also, if I forget to shout out a sign, I apologize ahead of time. That does happen, and that can happen. So I'm just in my groove. I'm just going. So if that does happen, I apologize in advance, and I try to remember in that second video to shout that out when I go through the sign. So I'll always make up for it in the second video normally. So I apologize if that does happen on your first side of the video, that in your energy, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to chime my chime, and we'll get into the energy. We'll clear out the energy and get into your twin side of the reading and see what they have to say. All right, if you're wearing headphones, I don't know how it actually sounds, so you could turn it up, turn it down, take them out, whatever. So whatever you choose. I don't like that one. I'm going to do bigger. Beautiful. Sorry, that was much better. All right, so if you saw the first video, you know for your twin sign you could be dealing with, we have a Libra and a Sagittarius. And that's all that came out actually on this side. However, if you could be dealing with any other sign, remember it is just about the messages, and I have more cards to do on your twin side that could also come out there as well for other signs that you could be dealing with. All right, and the mutual energy is a little bit different this month. I decided to use a new deck. It is called the Love Spell Book. However, there are cards that come with this, and this is what they look like from the back. And what came out for y'all is Lady of Family Love, and at the top it says Sisterhood, okay? So let's see what they have to say about this card. It's a very beautiful card here, so I like it. And I'm going to be reading from the book here because this is a brand new deck, and I'm still learning this, so I like this deck here. The Lady of Family Love may represent you personally, or a sister or a sisterly friend. She is a homebody and regards her family and pets as precious. So this could be you, or this could be your twin, or both of you could be like this. It doesn't have to be a feminine energy, or they may be you or your twin may be very close with their sister. Okay. Your mind gives you freedom to love from a distance. The one you will love you and no one else. He inspires you to feel that it is natural to love. Not only will you possess his heart, but a promise of future happiness. His love is comforting and warm, but only you can decide whether to pledge yourself to him. You may have to make a decision in the autumn. So again, I know it talks about very much a divine male here, so take it as it resonates. It could be you, it could be vice versa. So it could also be a she. So that person, she or he, inspires you to feel that it is natural to love, okay? And you and your partner naturally will love each other and no one else. Not saying that there will never be anybody else. That obviously is, very fantastical way of looking at love. Of course, y'all know that. But again, it's deciding whether you want to pledge yourself to this person or whether they want to pledge themselves to you. Okay, and so there might be a decision that one of y'all or both of y'all have to make about coming together in the autumn months. So very interesting energy here. I like that. All right. So first card out on your twin side, we have prosperity. Look at that. Okay, so your twin may be very concerned very much with money right now, or with the material world, and trying to make money, trying to become prosperous, maybe spending a lot too, or earning a lot and spending. Like this could be earning quite a bit, and this could also be spending a lot with what they earn, because I feel like this person is sharing their wealth So they're actually at a table with people. So they're maybe taking your friends or their friends out to dinner. If you all are together, if you and your twin are together. If you're not, it doesn't matter. They're still, this is still that energy of, they may have a lot of business meetings too, where they have to kind of wine and dine people for whatever company they work for. They may be making business deals as well, and that may be part of it, but they're also making friends, I feel like, as well. So these people that they are in business with may actually become friends with them. Like they may entertain them at their house, or they may go out to dinner, and when they travel and things like that, they travel for business, and sometimes they have business meetings, and they take them at places where you can eat and all that good stuff. Y'all get that. All right, very beautiful energy there. Yeah. All right, protection. Yeah. It's the number 24, so that could mean something to you. Could be an age, could be a date of birth, or a date, like the actual day of birth, excuse me. And it does boil down to 6. So I would check that out if that means anything to you. There are more numbers that should come out, and we will go through. I'll give you those as well, so you can look them up for your angel numbers. All right, so we have protection here. So maybe focusing on money may be a protective energy for them. They may be more concerned with money than actual relationships at this time, but let's see what they have to say about this card. This is also from a new deck. It is called the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Let's see what they have to say about protection. What do you need protection from? Your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. I am loved and protected. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in this case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here's our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender, and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel that we need some support from the universe, or whatever we believe our higher power to be. That support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen, and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Witches and other pagan practitioners who use the lunar and seasonal energies are often asked to assist people with spells, techniques, and even talismans of protection. These darker moons and the dark moon itself provide a great time to create and cast for this purpose. An easy way is to plug into the earth, raise that benevolent and loving energy, and turn to the 4 directions, asking each direction to shield and protect you in your endeavors. Then finally, connect with the moon herself, with you as a conduit in the middle, brimming full of power and confidence. Trust in yourself to do what you need to do. Companion stone is black tourmaline. Okay. So yeah, protecting yourself. If you feel like you need to protect yourself from lower energies right now, you may be actually trying to hide away or isolate yourself at home. For some of you, that is another energy that I'm getting. Like, it's like you may go out and show this to the world because you're just being social, or you have to for your job, or as part of your career, or your networking. But then you really want this. Like, you're still trying to go home and or you're still kind of going back into your shell. Like, I feel like a Cancerian energy here in that way that kind of makes me feel like, kind of still like retreating from the world and trying to get protection. And you may feel like you need this from your higher power, and you may be asking for protection. So that black tourmaline will help you with that as well. So it'll help you with lower vibrations or feeling depressed as well. You could also look up stones that help with sadness or depression or grief. If some of you are struggling with that, okay, that may be it, because I feel like this person is very much like needs their mother or their father or like an attachment figure to kind of rock them. Even if as an adult, I totally understand that feeling, is where you're just like, you just want somebody to or your significant other or your twin to just, take over and help protect you from what's going on. So we'll see more. We'll see why we need some protection, why you feel that you need protection here. And it may be because you feel like if you're an empath, you feel like these people may be taking from you your energy. So when you're done, you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to sleep. I need to rest. I need to get my energy back up. Okay. And you may want to carry these stones when you go out in social settings. Okay. You can put them in your bra, your pocket, whatever, depending on female or male energy here. Okay. So that black tourmaline can be very helpful. Okay. We have purge here. Okay. So trying to get rid of something. Okay. So trying to get rid of maybe this lower energy or this need to protect you. You maybe want this to kind of go away, where you feel like You want to purge your feelings, get rid of them, get them out, cry them out. That type of energy here with these droplets kind of going into the water. I feel like they could also be tears like this. So you may be feeling like there's something you need to purge, and we'll get more into that, see what they say. Okay. Then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, it may be that you're needing to kind of purge inaction. So this protective energy, maybe protecting your heart and not opening up. But Spirit is saying either you or someone else wants to take action, and this is going towards your twin side. So maybe wanting to take some action to remedy something here. Especially if you're the one who broke your twin's heart on the other side, if you were the one who actually did most of the damage to Leo, that you may want to take some action to correct this, or come in with some type of clarity or truth here with that sword here, with that Knight of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. We have Libra here, okay? So that could be your twin's energy coming directly out, and maybe purging this need to be protected. So it could be that you do need it, don't get me wrong, but that for others of you, if you're isolating, it's not good for you. It may be bringing you more depression, okay? So that it's almost like you need to release that fear, those fears, that anxiety, that stress possibly as well. And the way to do that is to take some type of action is what they're saying, okay? Or it is also that second message. They're saying that you need to protect yourself and purge this need to try and take action because maybe it's not the right time. I don't know yet. We'll keep going and see what they have to say about it. Tea leaf. All right, Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Yeah, that could be it right here. So this may be not knowing whether you need to take action or whether you need to protect yourself. So it's like I feel like there's dual energies here that are kind of fighting with each other. So maybe one minute you feel like you need to take action, the next minute you're like, I need to protect myself and I can't do this. So this muddled, unclear thinking may be something that you're going through here right now. And it could be because of some type of depression or sadness or grief here, okay? And that may be really hard for you to get out and be social and make this and bring this prosperity to you. You may be struggling with that as well. You may be struggling with being a social person and also isolating. So if you're an introvert, this could be really difficult for you to, some people can really do it well, where they can just go out, be this one person and go back in and be back in their safe place. Okay. So maybe trying to kind of struggle between both, maybe getting enough rest and being able to get out and to connect with people as well, especially with that prosperity there with all those people celebrating or enjoying themselves over a meal. Okay. So very interesting. Twin flame message. You inspire me. Okay. Interesting. All right. See that they may be inspired to kind of take some type of action. It may be that they're kind of feeling like they're being drawn to take action, but then they're being stopped. So it's like this energy is kind of, it's like it said, it's muddled, it's unclear, it's going back and forth. It's very bipolar thinking. Not saying they're bipolar, but that it's very bipolar thinking. And for Libra, they're trying to balance those scales. If it's a Libra that you're dealing with on this side, or they have Libra in their chart, they're trying to like balance that out. So there's a need to protect themselves, a need to be social, and a need to take action. And it just, this is a little out of balance here. So they're trying to get you to purge that muddled, unclear thinking possibly, and kind of figure out what you want to do and put it into action. So be ready to do something. Be ready to go forward or go backwards towards, to go towards your twin is what I'm feeling like here with this Knight of Swords. Okay, this person is going towards Leo's energy. It's facing the other way in this reading towards you. Okay, towards you, Leo, if you're watching. Next card is finding a mentor. Okay, so that might help to talk to somebody, might help to talk to friends here. Somebody that can mentor you, and they may be a mentor in your professional life here, and they can help bring you prosperity as well. It's also giving someone an opportunity to, like a counselor or a therapist, or just someone who, like a guide that can help you through this time frame, this energy that you're feeling, this muddled thinking, this back and forth, this feeling like you need to protect yourself, but also feeling like you need to purge this energy possibly and go, and take some type of action. And you may be just trying to figure out how to do so. So here's this mentor. You may have friends or family that you turn to, or you may be seeking counseling, which there is nothing wrong with that, to try and figure out what to do on your journey, and you may need a mentor to kind of help you with that. Hold on, guys. Dog in. All right. Let's see what's next. Interesting. Okay, so that might help if you're looking for some assistance there. It could also be that you may find somebody who knows more about a subject than you do, and they can help you navigate it. I'm feeling clinical trials here, like almost a nurse energy who is meeting up with other nurses or other people of in the same medical field and talking about like you may have to get like an internship for some of you. That's what I'm feeling here. I'm feeling like it has to do with possibly school as well for some of you that are in school or thinking about going back to school. You may need like a tutor or a mentor to help you through, like to guide you through this process here. All right, and we have the number 9. Okay, so it says assessing, which is the first quarter moon. Wow, this person is really looking at their options. They're really looking out there with that telescope, trying to figure something out about the universe, about themselves, about their spiritual journey, about their path. Okay, let's see what the actual booklet has to say about that here. What the guidebook says. It is time to assess your current position. You must make sure your blind spots are revealed and that you are honest with others and yourself. Sometimes the hard decision is the best decision. You should be able to assess and move quickly based on that assessment. Yeah, so this is assessing the situation quickly and being able to move. Yeah, that assessing is part of that. Okay, so being able to move quickly based on this assessment. So, you know, air signs are really good at that, and so are fire signs. They may not always, fire signs may be a little bit more impulsive than air signs. Air signs probably take a little bit more time to kind of think things through and to weigh their options. And, you know, with that Knight of Swords, that is air here, so kind of going for it, okay? So, but it's really taking the time to look at all your options, assess where your blind spots are, where you haven't seen clearly, and being able to kind of look at things from a new perspective. And I'm seeing that 9 is very much about learning about yourself. It's reflecting. It's all about the self. It's all about learning new things about yourself. It's also taking the time to really go within in order to see things from a clearer perspective, to get a clearer understanding of what direction you want to go, okay? And that may be in the autumn. Remember, we have that one card that talks about in the autumn with that mutual energy here about making a decision in the autumn. So you may have enough time to kind of look at every facet of your journey, okay? It says you've begun your journey, and now it is time to assess where you are and what to do next. So yeah, you may be at a pause here and trying to figure out where you are, where you want to go next. And you may be looking towards a mentor may help you in that area, or you're already assessing your options within that area as well for somebody to help you with the next step. You have made a decision. You have worked and walked the path for some time, and yet you understand that in every journey it's a wise action to check the map. It says, I am enjoying moving and choosing, moving and choosing. Sometimes we go along a pathway and we keep going even if it seems like that way is no longer the right way for us. Sometimes we feel we have gone too far to turn around, and so we settle on a journey and destination that doesn't really suit us or satisfy us. However, if we had just had some courage, we could have reassessed as we went and perhaps ended up somewhere else, somewhere better. Yeah, you may be at a crossroads trying to figure out what direction to go into. Okay, it could be one, maybe assessing whether to go towards your twin or to go in a new direction. It could also be with, I feel like with school or work as well. Now is the time to look carefully at all aspects of your life, especially the areas in which you have set some intentions or goals. Ask yourself, do I still want these things? Do I still want that same end result? If the answer is no, ask yourself what you can do to maintain momentum and head towards what you now desire. Yeah, this is something that you now desire. I feel like you're going back, or you might be heading backwards to a past person or to the past to revisit, or changing directions on your path. This person is going in a new direction or going back to someone or something. It could be your twin because it's aiming straight for them, okay? And you may now have changed your momentum. You may have been going down one road and continuously going down, like it said, without really thinking about whether this is the road you still want. So now's the time to stop and figure that out, okay? Although it doesn't seem terribly glamorous, assessment has a high payoff for us if we bother to do it well. Doing it well means we really look hard at how things are going. All of us have some kind of blind spot, so it's worth exposing this by consulting a trusted friend or finding where negative repeating patterns are and looking for the cause. Yeah, that trusted friend, that mentor here, they might be able to point out something that you hadn't seen before about your situation and a new way of looking at it, okay? And there might be negative repeating patterns that keep causing you to kind of come and be stuck or feel stuck. Shining a light on a blind spot and taking action to shift is one of, yeah, I saw a shift. That's what I went for. It is one of life's big catalysts for change. Okay, so the companion stone is azurite, unless it's a metal. I don't actually know about that stone specifically. Y'all might know, but interesting. So if you need help with assessing something, azurite is a good stone. It's Azurite. Very beautiful. I love that card here. Very nice. All right. Here's what may need to be purged, okay? And need to be right and not be willing to, and somebody may not be willing to compromise. You may not be willing to compromise. Now, this isn't a bad thing, okay? Sometimes we do need to purge this and get rid of it because it doesn't serve us. If we're not compromising with others, then we're essentially staying stuck and stubborn in our own energy. And sometimes that's a good thing, okay? Because sometimes we know that that's our boundary, okay? So if it's a boundary, that's okay. That's understood. However, if we're just doing it to be stuck in our pride and ego, it doesn't serve us. So Spirit is like, you have to purge this and be willing to compromise with somebody, okay? So it depends on how it resonates for y'all. If it's a boundary and you're not willing to compromise, sometimes that's good because we're not settling, and that's great. That's a wonderful thing, okay? But if it is something that it feels like, for me, they're telling me to tell you that this energy needs to be purged. You need to be willing to compromise with this person, or compromise with someone in your situation, or compromise, like maybe you have 2 different jobs you could go towards, okay? And trying to figure out what's best for you. And it may not always be, there may be downsides to it as well. So again, it's that compromise. It's like saying, okay, well, you can have this, and that sucks for me, but I also have this, but that could suck for you. You know what I mean? That type of energy here. So it's definitely, you may either be unwilling to compromise, or they want you to purge that energy, unless it is a boundary that you have set up, which is definitely fine. That's understood. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so it may be that you're not willing to compromise, so you walked away from someone, okay? No matter how much maybe you wanted to take some action towards this person, you may have purged that energy or have released that energy of wanting to take some action towards your twin, and now you're walking away because you're not willing to compromise and go back, okay? For some of you, that's the message, okay? That's what I am feeling. Because this person they have their back to this Knight of Swords, this 8 of Cups, this person who's going towards their spiritual path, who's going towards their enlightenment. And it may be that they need to get enlightened first before they could take any type of action. And it may be that other side of them, I feel like that it's like when you have this devil angel type of energy, or these 2 dualities, where you have one side of you that wants to walk away and one side of you that wants to go back and save and rescue and take that action towards something, but they're fighting with each other. It's almost like they have the same energy within themselves, but they don't know what to do about it because it is calling them to go different ways, okay? That could be it as well, because I do feel like that Knight of Swords energy wants to go back. They want to take some type of action, okay? But this 8 of Cups is saying, well, hold up. Maybe you can't do that right now because you have to go on some other journey, some other path, or you may choose to do that. And it's kind of this energy of like assessing, like since it is there, it's assessing. So you maybe in the past have wanted to take this action. Maybe you didn't, and you weren't willing to compromise, and now you've fully walked away from someone or something, or walked away from taking action and going towards, because we have this moon here, okay? It's almost like the sun and the moon, weirdly enough. It's hard to tell with the drawing here what they want it to be. I mean, the night is kind of dark and it is illuminating it. So, but this is like this person seeing the light. They're seeing their spiritual path and they're seeing what direction to go, okay? And so they may not be willing to compromise their spiritual journey, no matter how much they want to take action and maybe come towards you, Leo. It's very possible that's for some of you, okay? All right, twin flame, tea leaf. I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Yeah, trust your intuition. You're going in the right direction and you're being led into the right direction. So pay attention to the signs, okay? So you have the same abilities that I do. You know, for a lot of you, your intuition is spot on. You do have a psychic ability. Tap into that. So your third eye may be very relevant. And for some of you, you may have felt in the past that it was muddled and unclear thinking, and it could have been because your third eye was blocked or is blocked. So in order to figure out what path you want to go on to assess the situation, you may need outside help as well. So you have your intuition that's guiding you as well. I feel like that very much so with this card. But also needing that mentor, finding a mentor, somebody who can actually kind of guide you and direct you on your path or help you. Could be your ancestors that are guiding you. It could be a spirit guide. It could also be soulmates that are brought into your life as well that are there to teach you a lesson or to help you advance on your spiritual journey. Twin flame message. Your beauty still moves me. Aww, that's beautiful. I love that. Your twin thinks you're beautiful. All right, we have openness. This goes very well with this. This was also in, I believe Aries had some of the similar cards. So you could also be dealing with an Aries here. But this openness card is talking about this is that path. This is that unicorn. This is you becoming more psychically aware of your gifts and embracing them and being willing to take that journey and to be like, okay, look at that unicorn. Okay, let's go ride that unicorn off into, this path, metaphorically speaking, and you're following your path. Okay. But you're now being open to the possibilities if you weren't before. And maybe your third eye is now opening very, very quickly and very shockingly. And so you may all of a sudden get some of this information and not even know what's happening. And a lot of us on this journey experience downloads and experience shifts, and it's been kind of heavy lately. So it kind of feels like now it's hopefully the energy is going to start shifting and changing, but there's a lot of lessons here. There's a lot of changes going on. I've been seeing 555. So yeah, and I feel like that could be for the collective as well. So being open to this journey, okay, and you now seeing your spiritual awakening is happening on this other side as well. So just kind of figuring out what direction you want to go into, okay? And I feel like for most of you, you know that your spirit is being pulled into one direction, and it's telling you to go in that direction. And you may want to go in the opposite direction, okay? But you may need some lessons first in order to take that action in the future, okay? So we'll see where this goes here. Next card is realization. This is almost exactly like the Aries reading, okay? That openness card and this realization were very, very poignant in that reading. It talked about a key at the end, so letting go of the past. So that may be relevant to you or the person you're dealing with. But realization here is that you've come to some type of realization. That's number 3, which is creativity, okay? So some type of realization is happening about your gifts, and maybe you have assessed everything and realized exactly what, like I said, direction you want to go to, where you want to go on your journey next. Okay, so that realization, let's see what they have to say about that here in the book. Yeah, that was definitely one of the same cards that we got for, I believe it was Aries. I'm not sure which side though. I think it was the twin side. With self-awareness comes realization. Knowledge is power. Self-examination of your role within a situation is important. Yeah, with that assessing card. I have timely self-awareness and act upon my realizations. That's your affirmation. As we move into the early waxing cycle, light begins to shine upon the shadows, illuminating what is. This is the beginning of a powerful process, realization. When we decide to really examine our lives without fear or favor, it can be hard. This is no doubt an act of courage. We might not like what we discover. After all, yet without self-awareness and the will to act upon these realizations, whether we perceive them as negative or positive, we do not get to change and grow. Exactly. The realization that we have a pattern, a bad habit, or a behavior that is causing us pain is a powerful position, even though we may feel worry and pain around this discovery. We can then take personal responsibility to change our situation. Since we know our current position, knowing ourselves more completely enables us to accept ourselves more readily and to dare to love exactly who we really are. Yeah, this is this path towards your enlightenment, towards self-love, towards spiritual awakening, towards your spiritual path. Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to realize that. And the companion stone is aventurine. Okay, very cool. All right, so if you need help with that, aventurine, working with that stone can help. All right, then we have balancing the scales reverse. Like I said, with that Libra energy is here again, balancing the scales. Okay, so it requires balancing the scales. Look, if they hadn't had this card, I would say that, you know, you're compromising and you're not compromising and it's healthy. However, this isn't helping you balance the scales, okay? Because we have two cards next to each other like this. This is how they fall. So there's a purge. Purge this lack of compromise in order to balance the scales, because they're unbalanced. As long as you're unwilling to compromise something about the situation, or compromise and make a decision here possibly for some of you, and to balance the scales and to get out of your pride and ego, it's not going to balance. You're not going to be balanced. The situation requires you to balance yourself out and balance the situation out. And it can't be done without that, okay, is what it's saying, okay? But once you do, once you get an idea of how to balance the scales, then you'll be happier. You'll be more fulfilled with the Sun card here. So you'll now, again, this is that, again, I've got enlightenment here. So this spiritual journey is going to give you exactly what you've been looking for if you can balance the scales and compromise, okay? And figure out a way to compromise. It doesn't necessarily mean with your twin. It could very well be that you have to make a compromise in your own life and go after something that you know is for your spiritual journey, that you have to give up something in order to do that, okay? And it could be giving up, taking some type of action towards your twin for a while because you need the spiritual enlightenment. You need to get to the point where you love yourself and where you have figured out some things about and so you become self-aware, and you have realized that there's a need to balance out that light and that dark, and to get them back back into equilibrium, okay? Because the Sun here is to tell us that there's so many rewards and so much happiness and light at the end of the tunnel and light at the end of this journey, okay? As long as you can balance those scales, I believe, as well. And also walking away from anything that doesn't serve you, especially if it's an impulsive need to take action. You may have to walk away from that, okay? Because they want you to walk a different path, okay, for a while. Because even at the end, you're going to get this happiness. You're going to receive these blessings, and the divine is blessing you with happiness and with good things, okay? So, and your intuition is on, okay? And it's telling you that, you got to get rid of this muddled and unclear thinking and get yourself balanced, okay, somehow, by purging something to do with taking action, or purging this intense need to protect yourself and not opening up possibly, or not self-reflecting or assessing the situation, okay? And you can do that with a mentor, all right? Pineapple. We have reconciliation. So yes, that's what I'm saying. A lot of you just want to get on this horse and you want to go charging at your twin. While that seems like a great idea, unfortunately, they're saying, wait, hold on. You have more work to do. You have a spiritual journey. You have a spiritual path. There's more lessons to learn before you can have this reconciliation here. The Sun, such happiness. You're going to be so happy because this pineapple right here is reconciliation. So you'll be able to reconcile with this person, okay? And I'm assuming it's your twin here because this is exactly what I'm getting here. I'm feeling like two people who in the past may have been muddled by past relationships or whatever, and obviously somebody could be committed over here on the Leo side. But I also feel like you're getting things purged so that you guys can come and reconcile together between you and your twin, okay? Twin flame message. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. Okay, yeah, so there may be something about balancing the scales. You may not feel good enough for this person, or that you can meet their expectations about this relationship, and it may be causing you kind of some distress in order to, or just not in order to, but in the situation. So it's like, am I going to be enough? And I feel like for a lot of you, you're trying to figure out some things out about yourself in order to love yourself, in order to realize that you are enough, okay, for your twin, and that there's such happiness coming to you, okay? There's going to be such joy. I feel overwhelming joy. I feel overwhelming calm in this. All right, guys, I'm sorry. My videos freeze all the time. Okay, so there was overwhelming calm, and I see such peace on the Leo side. That makes me very much think, this is some you guys are trying to balance out the scales, okay? And eventually that's going to happen, okay? I feel like there's definitely that reconciliation card is huge here. Now, I'm sorry, while my video was frozen, I did clarify out the Knight of Swords here, okay? And we got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, okay? So this ties back to Leo's energy in a big way, because we had the Ace of Pentacles reversed on Leo's side as well with the Nine of Cups, which is a wish card, okay? So wish is being fulfilled. Here's the thing. I think that Leo on your side, again, take it how it resonates. Could be reversed, could be your twin. However, on your side, you were wishing, your Leoin was wishing for this somebody to offer this Ace of Pentacles, this offer. And it was somebody needed to take action, okay? And the reason being is because on the other side, we have that Knight of Swords, and it was clarified by that same card, that Ace of Pentacles reverse. Somebody's not able to offer that to you, Leo, although you're wishing for it, okay? And it's really causing you to feel very unhappy in that relationship, and it's tied to your twin here, okay? So it's possible that your twin wanted to take as the twin side, your twin wanted to take action. They wanted to offer you something. They desperately did. I feel like this person is fighting against their own nature of trying to come towards you. They had to purge this and not for some reason necessarily. They had to purge this because they have to do some work. They have a spiritual journey. They have some things to figure out about themselves and and they're not willing to compromise this, or they had to compromise this in order to go on their own spiritual path for a little while, in order to have you guys. We're meant to be separated for this time frame, okay? And separation is a part of a twin flame journey. It happens quite frequently with twins. As you separate and you come back. Sometimes you separate again and you come back, okay? And I feel that is part of that, okay? So it is this. It's not that this person didn't want to offer you this. They absolutely did. They had to struggle against offering it to you. They were told they couldn't. They were told not to go in that direction, not yet, because we do have that sun at the end here. We do have that reconciliation, okay? Okay, then we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, so we know they walked away from that energy. Okay, they had to leave that behind, and they couldn't fulfill your wishes, okay, Leo, because they had more of their journey they still had more to do, more to learn, okay, on this path. And they had to find their spiritual path in order to come back to you, in order to see you maybe for who you are, in order to become enlightened to who you are, Leo, okay? All right, Eight of Cups. Why do we have the Eight of Cups here? And they needed to follow their psychic ability. They have a psychic ability for a lot of them, and they needed to follow that and to trust their intuition. It was telling them to go in a different direction, no matter how badly they wanted to come back and to offer you that pentacle. All right, to offer you that opportunity. They couldn't. Knight of Cups. Okay, exactly. Again, these are all knights, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay, so this knight, it took everything in them to walk away because they still wanted to offer you their love. They still wanted to offer that pentacle. They still have love to offer, okay? Or they wanted to go into a new direction. I'm sorry, this is for someone else. So it's because they loved you that so there's a lot here. So I'm sorry. For those of you that are connecting, you and your twin are connecting with that through that Ace of not being able to offer that Ace of Pentacles, that offer, that action with that Knight of Swords. That same person had to walk away because they couldn't, because they loved you so much. They knew it was the right thing to do. Okay, they still loved you. They still wanted to offer that love to you. Okay, they still wanted to take some action with love. Okay, they did it because they love you, not because they didn't love you. They had to go on their own path. For others of you, however, they may be going, this may resonate, may not. Again, this is another part of the collective, is that they needed to go towards a new love. They had to pursue a spiritual journey or another love, a path that they wanted to offer their cup to somebody else, and they had to stop themselves from offering it to you for some reason, because in the end, they become enlightened and happy. Okay? But I feel like for a lot of you, it is saying that they walked away still wanting to offer you love, still wanting to offer you that Ace of Pentacles, still wanting to offer you that opportunity, still wanting to give you something solid, even if it was small with that Ace of Pentacles, may have been just a small bit of stability, a small bit of money, or a small, whatever they had to offer in that connection when it comes to the material world. But they also had a lot of love to give you as well. But they had to do that. They had to walk away while still being madly in love with you. Okay, so they did. They had to walk away in order to go on their own journey, in order to pursue another path. Okay, I don't really feel like for some of you that it was really to go into a new direction for a new love. However, that is possible here. But that Knight of Cups kind of, it is a turning away from this person. So this person is, it's like this in the reading. This Knight of Cups is going in the opposite direction of this man, okay? You see that? Like this way, that way, okay? So it's like this past energy. They were deeply in love with you. They wanted to offer you marriage and the world, okay? But the truth was they just couldn't. They had to go into a new direction, all right? Why is the Sun here? Yeah, because they miss you. They miss you. Look, you're right there. Strength. Right there, Leo. They didn't feel like they didn't. The thing is even though they're feeling like they have a lot of joy and happiness, it doesn't work if you're not there. It doesn't work if they don't have the strength in order. They may not have felt like they had the strength to walk away in order to receive this happiness. And they may have done so in order to pursue their happiness or in order to reconcile with you. They had to do something first. They had to turn you down. They had to stop themselves dead short while being still madly in love with you. But they know you're the one. They know you're the one, okay? And this may have made you so angry, okay? This may have made you just absolutely devastated, okay, with the Strength card reverse, because I feel that's you, Leo. I feel it's your energy. You're in their energy still. They can't get rid of you. They know you're their happiness, and they know they've made you unhappy, okay, because you're not happy here, okay. While they know how to make you happy now. They know how they're happy within themselves once they go on this journey, as long as this continues to play out with the same energy and they move forward on their spiritual path and they self-realize, self-reflect, and they take care of themselves and they come to this realization that you are their happiness. Okay, you are their happiness. Wow. Then they can come back and reconcile with you. Okay. And you may be seeing them happy and being like, what the hell? Like, why you left? You left me. And you may not even be open to this after this person walked away, but they want to make you happy. They've learned something. They've realized something. They've realized that you are their happiness and they want to reconcile with you. Okay, so that's very deep here. Very, very deep. And then, and they may not have had the strength in the past and it may have taken all of the strength that they had to walk away, okay, from this connection in order to pursue their spiritual journey, their path. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but it is the same message over and over and over that I'm getting. All right. Okay, what is your fortune? Okay, a little dark, but we have Coffin. So natural endings abound. Take care with your health. So yeah, this may have felt like an ending here within the connection. And, if you all were in a marriage or a relationship with your twin and things went very downhill, it was meant to be that way in order for separation, in order for you to come back to each other, in order for your twin to do some more work and to get to a place where they can realize, where they can be happy, where they can also realize that you make them happy, okay? And they can reconcile with you as a whole person. So before they may have been missing something about themselves or their past that they felt like they had to go find, okay? So it wouldn't have been healthy to drag you along, okay? So I feel like for a lot of you, that's what it's saying. So please be careful with your health during this time frame. If this is just a relationship that is just currently ended, it may need some time to kind of, you both taking some time to kind of rebuild, okay? And to kind of figure out how to come back, okay? To each other, as each other's twin, okay? So, but be careful with your health as well. So take care of yourself. Balancing the scales is reversed here. So this could mean that, you might be overdoing it in other ways and needing to purge some energy here as well. It could be bad habits, for some of you. It could be some things that, but I really feel like it's, this person greatly struggled with having to walk away while still in love with you, Leo, and still wanting to offer you that pentacle. And you still have that hope. You still know that that wish could come true, and it's true over here. It's here. That reconciliation is here. So don't give up. I know it feels like an ending now, but it's just for now. I don't feel like it's forever for the collective that I'm talking to. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to comment below so you can win that reading, and I will see you for your July readings. Take care.